and see if there is anything useful that they can pick from us. Countries are different, situations are specific. Of course, democracy remains universal. But the specific things that you do in building a democracy will definitely differ according to the, as we're saying, we were a multi-party state. After independence, very early on after independence, and the argument has been that even when before independence, the British had made a conditionality of the people of Tanganyika voting, casting 3 ballots. One for a black man, one for a white man, and one for an Indian. The famous Kura Tatu. The mainstream TANU party at that time, many members were opposed to it. And I think there was a suggestion that TANU boycotts the elections. But at the Tabora conference, Mwalimu Nyerere convinced his fellow members of the party that we should not fall prey to this trap. We should go ahead, participate in the elections, but we should get TANU's black man, TANU's European, and TANU's Indian. So that's what it is. Tupate mtu mweusi wetu, mzungu wetu, na mhindi wetu. And it worked. Fortunately, all the black, white, and Indian from TANU were elected. And the other parties got nothing. Of course, in the following election, there was one black man who won, who got a vote, and this was Sarawat. Sarawat, I think, was later to become Speaker of the East African Community Parliament, the first one. But he was from TANU. He did not agree or accept the person who was chosen by TANU to be the contestant. I think there was somebody, Dodo, somewhere. It's just a constituency adjacent to Arusha, Babati, Bulu. He was from TANU. After that, he went independent. He won. But after winning, then he became a member of parliament. But what the message again was, even under normal elections processes, no other party won any seat. It was TANU that was. That was used as the basis of argument that let's us just, because the people have spoken, let's just become a one-party state. But times change. Times changes. The winds of change were blowing in Africa. Came the wind of democratization and multipartism. President Mwinyi at that time, the second president, established a commission on multipartism. And the outcome of that opinion was that 75% of the people said, let's remain single party. 25% said, let's go multi-party. And then there was a decision in discussion in the National Executive Committee. I was a member. Yes, I've been a member at a very young age, I think at the age of 32. I think General was also there at that meeting, or he has not yet been here, because at some point he was also a member of the National Executive Committee. The decision that was taken was to say, let's take a strategic decision. 25% are saying, multi-party. 75% say let's remain single party. Then, under the guidance of Julius Nyerere, they said, this is the time for us to go multi-party. We should not wait until the numbers have changed. 75 are saying multi-party, and only 25% are single party, which means you are going to be thrown out. So that's how we decided on that one. And 1992, a formal decision was taken, enacted by Parliament. The constitution was changed to multi-party. The first elections was in 1995. Okay, it has been a process building that democracy. I think we have now become a vibrant democracy. I'm not saying there are no times when you get slippages, but on the whole, we have remained a strong democracy by our standards. So I'm saying that this is what I can say. If somebody thinks our model is good, fine. But I'm not the one to brag and say, follow this model. It is up to others to choose.
Thank you very much. Of course, democracy and opening the space for the rest is one of the things that we really are struggling to grapple with. So, Your Excellency Joachim, I'll come back to you later, especially when you talk about matters of peace. But Joachim, economic development and economic stability is one of the things that are required. For example, the strongest pillars that you require when you talk about democracy. But how can Africa achieve this kind of democracy when we're already struggling in terms of the economic pillar that is required for us to get to that stage?
It's a question for me.
Yes. When you look at the economic development in Africa and our road to democracy.
Yeah.